might even say labored somewhat. What is the answer to that which in various persuasions, like for the followers of Lao Tzu, the Tao, for the Buddhists, the Dharma, for the Christians, the will of God, or generically, the purpose of life, with the qualification that to answer this question, we have to be in that place where stillness and movement are both present in our life. In other words, when we've come to a standstill inside, where we have nowhere to go with our mind, no movement that propels us, only the movement of life in us. But I'm sure from your own experience, being in that place where stillness and movement are present, in trying to answer this question, which with these names are really abstractions. What does it mean, the Tao, the Dharma, the will of God? We've found for ourselves that in this place something is present in our life. Something that overrides, embraces, encompasses all other movement, in whatever form it might take. So in that sense, we could say that that which is enacted in our life, when stillness and movement come together, is a law. Something that is there in our life that there is no way of going against. But if this is the case, if there is now this overriding law that is there, that brings into subservience all facets of our being, how do all the other laws of life work within that? What about the law of cause and effect, the reactions that we have in the daily encounters with life? So there's a question that arises out of this question. How do all the laws of existence fit into this overriding law, which is called the Tao, the Dharma, the will of God, or the purpose of life? And the stories of the last weeks have been for the purpose of maybe allowing us to get a feel for how it is that all of these variations, the linear movement, the spiraling of life, the cause and effect, the action and reaction, the electromagnetism, all of those other elements and energies of life, how do they fit in to this now, this place, this thing that is there in our life that there is no going against? We might argue with it a little bit from time to time, but it doesn't do us any good. No, I don't want to do that, God. No, I don't want to do that, God. Do I have to do that? But of course, in the end, we do it. It's like that. So this story is another one of those stories. And let's see what it does for us in terms of allowing us to get a feel for how life works within that we've now become. Because we are that law. There's no going against that. This is it. when stillness and movement meet. This is beingness. This is what it is. So there's no going against it. How does it all fit? Now, there was a young Jewish man by the name of Reuven. And Reuven was the son of a well-known rabbi. But his father had died. They were very, very close. So Reuven, wanting to follow in his father's footsteps, entered a rabbinical school and dedicated himself to learning the ways of the rabbi. But 3 years passed, and one night Reuven had a dream in which his father came to him and said, "Reuven, you have to go to the city of Koretz." Now, when Reuven woke up in the morning, he thought to himself, it was very clear. My father was right there. I could feel him. I spoke to him. But how can I leave my school? What will I tell my teachers? I can't tell my teachers that I'm going to follow a dream. But then the next night, his father came to him again. And this time his father not only told him that he had to go to Koretz, but he told him that he had to go at the time of the special festival of the new moon. So again, Reuben, in the daytime, had an argument in his mind about this. How can I leave what do I tell my teachers, and so forth and so on. But then, the third night, his father came to him again and said to him, not only do you have to go to Koretz, and you have to go at the time of the festival of the new moon, but you have to go and you have to see Rabbi Pinchas. Well, after this third dream, Reuven knew that there was no questioning this. He would have to do what it was that his father told him in the dream. So he decided to write a little note to his teachers, just saying that he had to go and find out about his heritage, which was a broad way. He couldn't say follow the dream. So Reuven went off. When it was quite a distance away, he had to travel very far to get to the city of Koretz. But when he arrived there, he arrived just at the eve of the festival of the new moon. And he was asking in a coffee shop for the way to the house of Rabbi Pinchas. Well, in the coffee shop, they had a little discussion about Rabbi Pinchas, and several of those who were there were saying about Rabbi Pinchas that he could read people's minds, and they told a story about Rabbi Pinchas.